Electronics like smartphones and laptops were exempt from President Trump's tariffs, but now the U.S. Secretary of Commerce says not so fast, adding that those exemptions are only temporary. NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Entin joins us now with more. So, Brian, what are you learning about these exemptions? What's temporary and what's sticking around?
Yeah, Kelly, it's hard to keep track of all these tariffs. It's been a bit confusing whether electronics made in places like China, like the iPhone, for example, will have the same tariffs as other products. It's sort of gone back and forth. Some experts have speculated the cost of an iPhone could go up to more than $2,300. Well, the good news, at least it seems like that won't be happening, at least right now. U.S. Customs and Border Protection lifted the reciprocal tariffs on certain electronics like smartphones and computers. There is a 20% fentanyl tariff that still applies when they're coming out of China. And President Trump said in the Oval Office a couple of hours ago that they are planning a semiconductor tariff on electronics made overseas. And he says nobody is getting off the hook, though it does look like he's trying to take into consideration the full picture on what Americans could pay for things like their phones and TVs. Listen to what he said in the Oval Office.
There'll be maybe things coming up. I speak to Tim Cook. I helped Tim Cook recently, and that whole business. I don't want to hurt anybody, but the end result is we're going to get to the position of greatness for our country. We're the greatest economic power in the world if we're smart. If we're not smart, we're going to hurt our country very badly.
So Democrats have called the tariff confusion, quote, chaos. Apple reportedly chartered cargo flights to airlift 600 tons of iPhones, as many as 1.5 million iPhones on these flights from the U.S. Into the U.S. from India. They're trying to bypass the tariffs, according to Reuters. But at this point, we still don't know exactly how much electronics like phones and TVs will actually go up. We're going to have to wait and see what those semiconductor tariffs say, and that might not come for a couple more days. Kelly?
Yeah, we know most of them have been made overseas, but we understand some changes are coming here, a new development as well. What more are you learning, Brian?
Yeah, this is a big deal, Kelly. For the first time, NVIDIA, you may have heard of that company before, they're working to design and build factories entirely in the United States. Remember, the semiconductors in the past have been made overseas, places like China. Now NVIDIA says they will build a 1 million square foot facility in Arizona, another facility in Texas. This is what President Trump has said he wants to see happen. He wants to put the pressure on these companies so they start bringing these factories and jobs back to America. And now this news from NVIDIA. Kelly?
Yeah. All right, we'll have to stay tuned. Brian Entin, thanks for getting us up to speed.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.